Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and this one's probably gonna lose me some subscribers, but hey, we've been on like for the last 2 weeks we haven't gained any subscribers anyway. It's been up and down and mostly down. But I just couldn't help but do this story because it's pretty funny. Now, let's just get it out of the way. I may be a little biased here. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think it's a brilliant show. It's absolutely hilarious. There's a lot of reasons to love it. But I remember when it first started, because it is now 20 years old, in its 10th season, was that I wasn't getting the humor. I hadn't watched, I'd just seen bits and pieces, and it seemed stale. It seemed unfunny to me. And then I watched what it was based on. It was based on this short movie that Larry David was going to do a comedy special, and then I don't want to ruin the whole thing, but it's just like this ridiculous thing, and it spawned the series. And it's about this very, very narcissistic, sociopathic in many ways because of the amount he lies, lifestyle of a Hollywood guy who has all the money in the world and all his friends are rich. And Larry David plays himself, but like a caricature of himself. And the same with, people like Ted Danson that have been there almost from the beginning. It's a great show. Now, I don't necessarily agree with Larry David before everybody gets on my case about what I'm about to say. Politically, he actually on a morning talk show recently said that he was like Bernie Sanders' second cousin and that they were actually related. He wasn't joking about it. Maybe he was. Maybe it's a big spin. But he said he saw him in the green room, and obviously he plays him on SNL and does a good job. And he's like, yeah, it's not too many steps away. And, Larry probably aligns himself pretty politically with Bernie. Now, the big deal is that Trump tweeted out a segment of the first show. And if you're a fan of the show, we're not going to play because I don't want to copyright strike, and everybody can check it out. And plus, this scene doesn't really do the setup justice. Basically, what's going on is, again, these guys are Hollywood. Now, and Trump tweeted, tough guys for Trump. Basically, the entire episode is making fun of the MAGA hat, whether you like it or not, okay? And it's kind of funny. I don't think people that wear MAGA hats are Nazis, okay? But they give that perspective. In fact, the first time that they see somebody in a MAGA hat in California, in LA, Hollywood, they call him a Nazi. And, it's a running joke. So why is Larry wearing the MAGA hat if he thinks it's a bad thing? Well, Larry's always trying to get out of things. He doesn't want to be around people. He wants to avoid situations. So by wearing the MAGA hat out to eat, he has this luncheon with somebody that he doesn't like, or he doesn't want to really sit down with the guy. So he puts the MAGA hat on, and of course the guy doesn't want to have lunch with him when he gets there. Something comes up, he leaves. He cuts off the clip that Trump posted, by the way, is a clip where, Larry's driving like an asshole because he's an asshole. By the way, I don't think It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia could even be a show without Curb Your Enthusiasm and its brilliance. It's one of the only shows that I actually laugh out loud every time I watch an episode. It's that funny. So anyway, he's about to get run down by this biker. The biker wants him to pull over. He puts the MAGA hat on. Oh, the white biker guy. He's a fan of Trump. So what? Now, Larry David, he could care less. Check this clip out. He says, well, if this alienates people, I don't care.
This is a little bit of a political question, but obviously a big part of this show is the MAGA hat.
For the first show, yeah.
Right. There are people that wear the MAGA hat and like what the MAGA hat represents. Are you afraid about alienating them? They could be fans of the show.
Alienate yourselves. Yeah. Go and alienate. You have my blessing. No, I could give a fuck.
Listen, Larry's a funny guy, man. And again, I don't align myself politically with Larry David. But here's the other thing. There are so many cultists out there for Donald Trump. And listen, you can support him for president. You can like some of his policies. I get it. I'm not here to bash Trump. In fact, I don't think there's a Democrat right now that can beat him because they're not. Again, they're saying Klobuchar is third in New Hampshire. Bullshit. They've tried to push Joey B. They've tried to push Warren. Now Klobuchar. Pete Buttigieg is their new golden boy. None of them have a chance against Trump right now. I want to promise you that. Bernie Sanders, who's actually in the lead, he might. He's got a base, guys. I hate to tell you. But, they're trying to downplay Bernie in the worst way because he does have a base and he might be able to beat Trump. I don't know if he can get arenas, but hey, people like free stuff. Now, here's the other thing. Getting back to the cult of Trump, right? People can't admit, and Trump will not admit, this is an L for Trump. It's a loss. You tweeted out somebody making fun of you. Own up to it. I make mistakes. I own up to them. It happens. You're a human. But, he is kind of a PR brilliance. That wasn't a perfect tweet, guys. You get it? That wasn't a perfect tweet. No. It was a mistake. That entire episode is making fun of Trump and, the MAGA craze. It is. He's a smart guy. He knows how to use social media. I get it. The Carpe Dunctum stuff is very funny, but unfortunately, where's the meat and potatoes, guys? I was having a discussion about this with my conservative friend and Trump. I said, look, the reason I was supporting him was he told me we were getting out of the Middle East, right? And if you joined me yesterday for about an hour of the 2008 presidential debates, the first debates where YouTube was involved, okay? Every single candidate up there was saying we were going to get out of Iraq and they had a plan to do so. Who was up there? Well, how about 3 of the next fucking administration that didn't do it? They did the fucking opposite. Joey B., Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and of course, all-star Barack Obama. They all had a plan to get us out. Trump said he had a plan to get us out. Well, you know what? Trump hasn't talked about those OPCW leaks. We have to do an update on the OPCW leaks and the hearings at the United Nations where there was a complete media blackout in the United States. And if you just saw, the escalation in Syria is very real. You had Turkish or rebels from Turkey apparently shooting down a Syrian helicopter in the news after Assad took out other people in Turkey. We shouldn't be there. We have no business there. But under Joey B. and Hillary Clinton and Barack Hussein Obama, we had Operation Timber Sycamore when we sent in our troops. But the veil was there for war as well, right? Because we have to fight them over there so we don't fight them here. And they were already talking about Darfur and Africa and getting the populace ready for AFRICOM. And once again, I haven't seen Trump pull us out. I haven't seen him acknowledge that there was no attack in Duma in 2018. In fact, the new U.S. counterintelligence report, which I'll be doing a video on later, signed off on by Trumpsky, okay? And let me tell you something. Going after people like WikiLeaks by name, by Anons by name. And that extradition hearing is right around the corner. In fact, I'll be joining the Action for Assange crew tomorrow night. So again, there's a lot of great talk. There's a lot of great rhetoric that sometimes comes out of Trump's mouth. But then you have people that are completely delusional and don't think the guy can make a mistake. It was the same delusionality that when Stormy Daniels was saying that she had sex with Trump for money, people were telling me that wasn't true. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Of course he was having sex with her for money and other people as well. Why can't I didn't want to get him out of the presidency for that. I didn't think it was impeachable. He hadn't said anything under oath. Okay? I got that. It was ridiculous. The whole thing was a circus show. But to act like it wasn't real, you're out of your fucking mind. All right? So we got to have discernment here, guys. All right? You got to be able to pull it back and be, have some reality in your life. Don't be one of the masses that go to one of these rallies. I love them. I'm going to make America great again every day, Donald. I'm going to do it by, tax breaks for the rich, the military-industrial complex expanding in the Middle East, both Democrats and Republicans standing and cheering for Juan Guaido. I'm going to make America great again with you, Donald. I love you. You got to have fun with it, guys. You got to have fun with it. And Larry David did, and he continues to do so in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Brilliant show. Brilliant show. Guys, doing it 3 to 7 times a day here on the regular, but I'm doing it 5 times a week exclusively on Rockfin. Usually Monday through Friday, but sometimes I do a weekend one. I missed yesterday. I am posting some other stuff. Rockfin.com, ROKFIN.com/Jason Burmis for $9.99 a month. You get not only those 20 videos a month from me, but everything else that's premium on Rockfin. There's a lot of cool people on here. Nico House, Convo Couch. John Fitch is about to join it, he said. Ben Askren's here. Jordan Burroughs. A lot of cool stuff. Thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share. I'd love to get to 40,000. I'm probably going to lose 400 subscribers for this video. That's okay. Had to tell you how I feel, guys. Not changing it for anybody. Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture are all free right here in the documentaries playlist section. They are high-quality documentaries, guys, that absolutely break that veil, that illusion of a left-right Democrat-Republican paradigm and really show you who the permanent deep state is. Once again, subscribe, thumbs up, share, ring that bell. Come join us live. We have a good time here. We cover some really hard topics, but we don't play games. We don't play nonsense. And we give everybody a voice. When we do live streams and Ask Me Anythings, we post it live. Everybody gets a voice. The ones that are censored, that don't even come up, that are show or hide, everybody gets to see them. So, if you want to support me, $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. $100, $200, $300, the big donors, I know you're out there. And you guys also make this work. Because if we can't expand on YouTube, then how am I supposed to make a living? I'm going to be back several times today on several different subjects, especially that new National Security Counterintelligence Initiative that has massive, massive implications written all over it. Guys, I'll see you on the flip.